Hello, Taurus. This is going to be a general reading for the month of July 2026. Watch for your sun, moon, and rising. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It's also going to be followed by an oracle card for final advice. Let's get into it. Show me, Taurus. Show me. Ooh. General energy is Queen of Swords. Wonderful. The Fool. Ooh. The High Priestess. The Hanged Man. Ooh. Six of Swords in reverse. Show me. Ooh. Temperance in reverse. Six of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Show me, Taurus. Ooh. The Tower. Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. Subconscious energies, bottom of the deck, 10 of Swords. Okay, wow, let's get into it. There's a lot going on here, Taurus. Wow, okay, it's going to be a very eventful July. It's almost like you're stepping into something completely beyond your scope of things. It's something definitely very new. The whole reading screams remain calm. It's like your stubbornness and your mentality. It's like this grounding internal, this stubbornness, just I've got this. No matter what. This grounding, empowerment, hold it together, mental fortitude, focus, this determination almost. When it comes to the Fool, the High Priestess, and the Hanged Man, when it's the transitional period of June to July, that kind of thing, you're definitely stepping into a new cycle. You're remaining focused, and there's different perspectives and shifts. It's almost like your brain is in overdrive right now of this new energy that's going on, and setting all of your focus into easing into it, relaxing into it, feeling it out, and creating as much as possible. Going into this with an open mindset almost. This kind of subconscious internal focus, driven, all that kind of sense of self. But then when it comes to the middle portion, the general whole of July, before it goes into the transition, end of July, out into August kind of energy, that's the Six of Swords in reverse, Temperance in reverse, and Six of Pentacles upright. So things definitely settle down. It's almost like you settle exactly where you need to, and it's calmer shores. You no longer need to move. You no longer need to compromise. You no longer need to settle and adjust and shift and form and transition into this new reality, this new perspective, that kind of thing. But you have it's almost like this, okay, here's where I am now. Where do I go from here? What can I do with what I have in this moment? After all of these shifts, after all of these plans, after all of this focus, where do I go right now with what I have? And how do I go, like, to where I need to be with everything that I want? It's like you're trying your hardest to stay right where you are and maintain. It's almost like you're trying to adjust and grow off of where things have settled after that transition period. So it's good. It's almost just like you're coming back to, okay, I don't have to focus on this, this, and this anymore. Now I can just take what I've learned, take what I've gathered, sit with it for a little while, and then decide where to go from there. But you feel a bit more like, okay, this is where I can lay my foundation. This is where I feel good to plant my feet for a little bit and then go forward. But ultimately, there is going to be somewhat, when it comes to the final portion of July transitioning into August, with the Four of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Seven of Wands in reverse, that's going to be definitely moving forward. You're kind of like taking that leap. You're like, okay, I've decided, I've stayed still as long as I can. I got really comfortable. I'm trying to maintain all of this, trying to find out where I go. And then it's almost like, with everything you've been grasping onto so tightly, everything just kind of happens for you, shifts. And with the Seven of Wands, with your passions, with your feelings, with your sense of self and accomplishment and anything that's been going on, it's almost like with this Queen of Swords, it's the whole idea, advice, general preparation that you've been doing beforehand to kind of remain in your power and keep that Taurus energy alive and flaring, and to release and surrender, drop all defenses and allow it to happen. Because this sudden shift that's going on, all of that, you are going to feel a little bit uncomfortable, but the advice is to release, surrender, all of that, and let it happen. Because with the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck and the subconscious energies, all of that, there's definitely fear, there's definitely anxiety, there's definitely all of this energy of what ifs, uncertainty, hurt, pain, all of that, backstabbing, the general. And it's almost like that mindset, that subconscious energy prevents you. It's like you make these transitions and then you plant all of that. And it's almost like it's either with you, Taurus, depending on the energies, depending on which type you are, it's either, okay, headbutt my way through stubbornly until the very end, or okay, stubbornly surrender and work with what I have stubbornly, that kind of thing. Okay, let's clarify the Fool, High Priestess, and the Hanged Man. Seven of Swords, yep. Five, the Chariot. And the Ten of Wands. Yep, you're definitely on a mission here. You're definitely stubborn, and you're definitely, no matter what, pushing yourself through this, to this stability, to this kind of just, okay, can I relax now? I'm going to relax. I'm going to maintain. I'm going to stay here. It's almost like you're trying to drop that burden, and you're holding on to everything as tight as you can for that kind of ultimate triumphant, I've got this. And you do have this, you just have to, you're in the process of letting down all of those wands that you're carrying, that burden, that kind of thing. But at the same time, with the Ten of Wands, he's carried all of those wands through the entire suite of the wands, and he's done all the hard work to get to the end of that portion of the wands suite. He's done that hard work, and he's looking back. Even though it's a burden, he's still gathered all of those wands himself. Same with the Seven of Swords. He's gathered all of those wands, and he's holding on to them so tightly. So That's definitely how you're going to see things, how you're going to go through things. But the general message is to also just release all of that and try to step into that different mindset. Let's do the Six of Swords in reverse. It's in reverse. Bricks and Six of Pentacles. The Magician. Knight of Swords. King of Wands. Yeah, it's definitely time in your mind during this period to step into your power. It's almost like once you get through that transitional period of this new, and you get to that more stable, things settle a bit, and there's this kind of sense of equal, and you're done shifting, you're done moving, all of that kind of stuff, and you're allowing yourself a bit more of that comfort, a bit more of that pleasure, that kind of thing. That's when you're like, okay, what do I do with this? Where do I go from here? How do I take everything and charge forward? It's almost like all the tools, you're gathering every single thing that you possibly can. Eight of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. You're working, you're planning, you're taking every single egg in your basket and you're using it for yourself. You're trying and you have these plans, these ideas. Ultimately, the Knight of Swords indicates very fast charge. And the King of Wands, depending on what placement, depending on what power you step into, it could always refer to a person, but it could also just refer to a general idea that you finally come to, and that embodiment of complete passion and control. Okay, and then for the clarifier, when it comes to the final portion and transition into August, you get the Star. Show me Taurus. Ooh. Eight of Swords and the Four of Wands. Yeah, there is harmony, there is wish fulfillment, there is beauty and all of that, but there has to be this courage along with it that I know you'll find along the way. It's almost like everything you have, it's coming to terms with it, as well as everything you need, as well as everything that you want. What really matters, what's worth it. You're holding on so tightly, but you're kind of finally, it's the need to release yourself in order to step more into that harmony. But with the Star, it's a very powerful card. It's a very reassuring, wish-granting, beautiful, powerful card. It's Aquarius energy with this. It's enlightening. It's also with the Eight of Swords, very entrapping mentally. So it's almost like with all of this and the Tower, you need to really see what matters. You really need to, with grasping on too tightly in the Four of Pentacles and that shockwave, surrender, release control, and then step into that Four of Wands with the wish fulfillment and the power and all of that, and release yourself from the Eight of Swords. But you're definitely going through that. It's like there's this support, there's this power, there's this peace, but there's still just this upheaval that's following you. Still all of this subconscious, all of this, and it's hard to surrender, it's hard to let go. Some of you might feel forced or defeated, just, yeah. But a lot of it is in your own head, and it's just pushing through. It is really just pushing through. Okay, let's get a final for Taurus for July. Ooh. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to be working on yourself. You're going to be working hard. You're going to be fighting a lot of battles within yourself, maybe around you, all of that in your environment for a tiny bit, but ultimately you're creating. you're staying true to yourself and you're stepping into your power more. There is going to be a lot that you have to let go of and a lot that you have to really fight through in order to proceed and succeed in all the ways that you want to. But that harmony, that success, that power is there. But there is just that hard work and that creating. But you have the right mentality with all of these, with that fast pace, with that stubbornness, with releasing what doesn't serve you. You've done a lot of the change, a lot of the new, a lot of the shifting, and keeping yourself as structured and stable as possible throughout, with all the support you can. But right now it's just holding on and keeping focused on yourself and your hard work, your needs, your desires. And then everything really will fall into place a bit more. But it will be hard work. Work is work, you know? There's going to be a lot of challenge, a lot of things that get in your way sometimes, but you're working towards that harmony. It really is just that challenge of surrender and trusting yourself in the process. Okay. Let's get an oracle. Show me Taurus, please. Show me Taurus. Abundance. Demeter. Perfect. Right there. Demeter calls you to appreciate the abundance that surrounds you. Don't focus solely on material wealth, but instead the abundance of what brings happiness and fulfillment to you and your family and loved ones. Bask in love, nature, art, and good food. Plant seeds of gratitude and generosity in your life, and you'll reap a bountiful harvest. Sharing your prosperity with others will only multiply and spread that joy. Yeah, exactly. So it's working hard. It's keeping everything as that goal in your mind and releasing everything that doesn't serve you. It's releasing all of those burdens, working hard, and then enjoying and all of the things that you created. Of course, there's going to be some struggles. There's going to be holding on too tightly, but it's important to share with that in others and release yourself. That kind of thing. There is abundance all around you, but never stop working, but keep taking care of yourself in the process. Okay, that was your general reading for July. Thank you so much for watching, Taurus. Bye.